of democracy. Even though that he was not allowed, but he is still struggling to make sure that Rivers State is being liberated from the shackles of the enemies of Rivers State. I want to commend him conclusively. My 100 days not paid for our thing. Yeah, Echi local government, Boniface Ndoko is doing well. I want to urge him to please do more. You see, Andrew, if projects have not moved to your own area, I don't think that you will face the government. I'm calling on him to please remember our community where Lugaman comes from. Nothing is happening. No government.
Thank you very much, Lugaman. No employment. Point noted. Let's move on now. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Walter is calling from Opopo.
All right, Walter, go on.
Good morning, Andrew.
Yeah, morning.
Yes, I want to look at what is happening in Eche and Omagwa. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's the same allocation they get from Federal. What are other local governments doing? Like somebody mentioned our chairman of the Apollo government. I mean, these people, they don't have radio to listen to other two chairmen, Ikure local government and the Eche local government. That has been my concern. What is that? Look at this flood we are talking. I told you last time that it is just small thing from where the Yoruba have done to the entrance. It's not quarter kilometer. I'm battling this. If you what I'm telling you, come to us people after victory, you see what we are doing battling now on our own. What are these local government people? What are they doing? Because they go and pick them. They can nobody question them. You go to Omagwa, like somebody, the local government want to commission electricity today. I will now ask the community leaders to take care of that project. Because last time, one man single-handedly handled that project. He did it. It was vandalized by the community people too. Some of them. One man, G empowerment. You see one more to the right, G empowerment, grant empowerment, and that man is doing well. Go now, he's reconstructing roads in Omagwa. I saw that yesterday. Single man. Thank you, my brother.
Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Nigerian Info. My name is Jude Bane, calling from Amuma.
Okay.
The ruling of the Supreme Court giving the president power to declare state of emergency. This is the worst that has ever happened to Nigeria. We fought the military dictator, and the Supreme Court, the highest land of the land, has given a president the power to declare state of emergency whenever he wants, whatever that he wants to do with a state. Nigerians, I say, rise up. We are in deep trouble. If that is allowed to stand, why we continue the military taking over states and countries and things like that? What's the difference? The Supreme Court or the judiciary is the biggest problem of Nigerians. If nothing is done about the judiciary, the former President Buhari said it, and we are all sitting watching the judiciary destroy this country. Something has to be done. That power is not what should be given to any country. Power to declare state of emergency by the judiciary giving such an order, such power to a president. Well, let's see what happens.
All right. Nigeria Info, good morning.
Good morning, my brother Andrew.
Good morning. You have to speak up. You're really low.
Andrew, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. I want to commend the government of Rivers State this morning for presenting the first phase of the 1,000 housing units. It's a welcome development, but I concern now how to distribute and to ensure that those that are supposed to get it are getting it, not to allocate them to
unfortunately, my friend, would have move on. We can barely hear what you're saying. It's really low. If you can't call us back, please do. Good morning, Nigerian. Info.
Good morning, brother man.
All right.
My name is Good News. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Let me add my voice in the the Supreme Court declaration yesterday, judgment. See, in as much as we know the judiciary is strong system, everybody knows. But in this case, it's clearly written in the Constitution that Mr. President has the power to declare state of emergency. That was what the Supreme Court said. And I concur with them. The only place for me I have problem is that Mr. President does not have power to suspend the sitting governor. But let us take away that it is Governor Sefubara. Let us assume, but not considering, God forbid, that there is a serious hurricane or kind of flooding that overwhelms Mr. Governor. You don't expect Mr. President to start consulting National Assembly to take action. The first thing he will do is to declare state of emergency, get in the military, get in the appropriate security agents, get in the necessary team, and they come to state and support the governor and stop that stuff, and stop the problem. But suspending the governor from office is where it's over the Constitution, and I said that the Supreme Court should have spoken about that. So people who should understand the difference between state of emergency and suspension of the governor from the seat. Having said that, the governor yesterday commissioned project. Wow. I was there. I saw for myself. I asked myself, this man, is he the kind of person that politics to stop and doing things in River State? I never regretted supporting him all this while. And I will not regret because I'm seeing things that not going for better and for Bakri. I've seen that they did from the East West Road towards the Calabari area. But the Bakri area was in jeopardy, was bad. That last week I went there. To my greatest surprise, the road has been done from that roundabout of Calabari straight towards the head of Obakri. And left and right. What is dividend of democracy? I think our governor is doing well.
All right. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, and good morning.
Yeah.
This is Susan calling from Rema community.
Okay.
And so, very simple. The Supreme Court has done what he had to do yesterday. And the interpretation given by the Supreme Court is premised on both whether the president has power to suspend that Section 305 and also has power to declare state of emergency. Now, for those who are arguing on this particular part, our jurisprudence, the positivist and the idealist, the positivist is telling you that the law is a social construct to the extent that the validity of any law is actually determined by whether the law is properly enacted or legitimately made by an authority. Was Nigerian law made by a legitimate authority? The answer is yes. And then the idealist is telling you that the law is actually what the court says. And the court has pronounced a judgment. And we are here deliberating, talking about whether it was right or wrong. The right or wrongness is not here because law is not all about morality. The judges, yesterday, there were 7 of them, Supreme Court judges, 6 against 1. So who else will interpret the law? If not for these people that we are giving this mandate to actually determine what it is.
All right, thank you very much. With regards to this, I've always said something I love to say. I'll say it again. Something might be legal does not mean it is right. Something can be right, but does not mean it is legal. It's the right thing to do, but it is not legal. It's a legal thing to do, but it is not right. That's best to explain. And as it concerns the emergency rule and all, clearly in the Constitution, it has stated the circumstances and situations for which a president should declare a state of emergency. The procedure, it is well stated there. All right? It is written there and it's provided for. I don't know if it was also written clearly that in the case of an emergency rule, you can suspend the governor. I guess that will now be left to interpretation of whoever is sitting on that chair with the power in their hand to look at and see how they want to interpret any clause that they find there. Otherwise, Otherwise, everything is written and provided for in the Constitution. I think where the problem comes is how we begin to interpret and look for ways to adjust and bend, and that's where people begin to get anxious. Thank God that it says who are the income earners that will benefit from the houses? Civil servants and every other person. You know how much you earn. That should help you know if you are a low income earner or not. Local government chairman and celebration days in office. My question is to them is how many of them have moved poverty out of their local governments? The next one he says was now infrastructure that people go throw up. Thank God ability is asking. President Tinubu keep on charging security chiefs. Still, we are not getting any positive results. Kifu Biro. The Supreme Court is in one of those that they are the call of the executive. Kido Chairman, I think we chiefs should be yielding results against insecurity. Dangote and PMS importers should consider Nigerians in whatever they do in the price of petrol, and that's how for commercial.